This means a lot to me. I have a lot of friends. I remember my police academy class in the NYPD, 9725. I remember Stacy Williamson, who was tragically killed as a police officer. I remember my friend Dan Sullivan, who pulled over on the side of the road because he was a public servant. He was off duty. He was helping a guy fix his car. He was struck by a vehicle late at night. He wasn't killed, but he was seriously injured, was never the same after that. Police officers are a different breed. They're cut from a different mold. They don't do it to get rich, and a lot of them, sadly, don't come home at night. A friend of mine, I went out to speak once at an event. I'm not going to say what event. I don't know if they'd be happy with that. But I'll never forget a police officer's spouse. A woman got up to speak at the end of the night. She said, "You know what the greatest sound in the world is for a police officer's spouse?" She said, "It's the sound of Velcro." Now, if you're a police officer's spouse out there, you know exactly what that means. I know I do. For those who aren't, I'll explain it to you. You know what that Velcro sound is? It's a sound at night when your husband or your wife comes home and they take off that body armor. That body armor has a really thick piece of Velcro that holds it onto your body, and it makes an unmistakable sound when you take it off, a ripping sound. And that sound is so special to police officers' spouses because they know their husbands or their wives are home at night and are home safely. I just want to, you know what, I have a tough time talking about this. I'm sorry, guys, but I may have to kind of move on because it gets me choked up and, my wife doesn't like when I do that. But it's emotional for me because I know friends of mine that have lost people in the line of duty, and when they have Thanksgiving dinners, there's an empty seat at that table. That empty seat will never, ever be filled. That is some man or woman that put on a uniform and went out there to keep our community safe for relatively little money, and I can tell you almost no notoriety at all. These aren't people who celebrate themselves. They're not going to be put on big posters. They're not going to star in big Hollywood dramas and get paid millions of dollars. They live in the real world, and they do real things, and they go arrest real bad guys and put themselves in real danger every day. And when they lose their lives, there's a void left in that family that can never, ever be filled. So a sincere, heartfelt, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone out there, the men and women serving. I was there with you. I put on that uniform, and you've got a tough, tough job. But thank God for you.